Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. Well, I'm often asked, where do I get the ideas for these videos from? And they come from people that I deal with on a daily basis, whether I'm coaching them, whether I'm teaching them, mentoring them, whether I'm printing for them. And over the years, I've had a lot of people come in here to get printing done, and they've told me the horror stories that they've experienced going to other places. And I thought, well, some of it could be true, but I wonder how much really is true. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to those people for not taking them completely at their word. I want to apologize to you, the people who want to get prints made, for some of the garbage you have to go through to get prints made. Now, what happened? Well, first a little backstory. I've been fortunate to be able to print for myself for 35 years. I've run labs. I've run darkrooms, I've run digital printing, I've done all of it. So I've been spoiled in being able to print for myself. But I can't print certain things. And the biggest thing that I can't print is I cannot print outdoor graphics, signs, vehicle wraps, those types of things. I don't have the equipment. It's too expensive to get it, and it's too specialized, so it's just not worth it for me to go ahead and get that. But over the last little while, I've been looking at having some printing done on one of my vehicles. And I've been looking at it, thinking about it and everything. And over the last, I'd say 6 months or so, I actually contacted a number of printers to try to get some prices. And notice I said try to get some prices and some information on their printing. And I have to say, if this is any representation as to what these people have been complaining to me about for getting photo printing done, I truly understand where you're coming from now. It's a bunch of garbage. It's a nightmare out there. It really is. So here's some hints, and here's what I went through, and hopefully I'm going to keep it a little short, but this may end up being a little bit longer of a video, and to what you should look for or how you should find or what labs you should consider when you're looking to get printing done. So the first thing, I sent out emails to a whole bunch of potential printers to get some printing done. I got responses from all of them back. That was a good thing. Some of the responses took 3 to 4 weeks. That wasn't too bad. I understand. One lady said that my stuff was sent to her spam folder. Okay, fine. That's acceptable. Another person said that they were busy, and okay, that's acceptable. But the problem is that the responses that I did get back was a bunch of garbage. Most of them looked like form letters that was sent back. I sent them very specifics. I sent them pictures of my van with the graphics on it, some graphic measurements, and the graphic files. And I asked them how much would it cost to get this done. Now, I understand that there may be price changes. I understand this, that, and the other thing, but I want a ballpark price. And some of the prices that I got back and some of the comments with the prices was absolutely just scary. They were not in depth. They did not tell me a price. They did not explain anything. It was just like, yeah, it's about this, and that was the end of it. If you're dealing with a photo lab of any type, of any size, if they can't give you a price, they may not be able to do it on the phone if it's something specific. You may have to go in, or you may have to send them a photograph of something. But if they cannot give you a price, don't deal with them. Just don't, because it's not worth it. If somebody phones me up and says, how much is a 5x7, I can tell them the price. If they say, how much is a 12x18, I can tell them the price. How much is a frame 12x18, I can tell them the price. When I contact a place and I say, I need these graphics in this size, how much is it? And I get back just generic answers, that's a load of garbage. And I've heard that from a lot of people, that they go into a place and they ask how much is something, and they just sort of go, yeah, it's around this. Well, around this? Come on, people. The next thing that I dealt with was a lot of people that just didn't seem to care. In fact, one of the companies that I used to deal with, and I'll probably still deal with them because they do some good work in some sign areas, I asked to do the graphics on my van. And they sent me back a quote, but I had some questions. I've not done a vehicle wrap before. I've not done graphics on a van before or a vehicle before. So I contacted them to ask them some questions. And I knew what I was looking for, but again, I needed to know if this was even possible. So I contacted the one place, and the lady who sent me the quote contacted the guy while she was on the phone. The guy was, I guess, in another room, called over to him and asked him some questions. And the response was, yeah, well, maybe. We could. I guess we could. And that was the end of it. I'm like, seriously? That's your customer service? You can't even give me a down-to-earth answer on the question that I have? And that's, again, something I've heard so many times from people who've come in here to use me for their printing, that they used to use a place, but they just can't get a good answer. They'll go in and they'll say, what would this look better on? Would this look better on a luster paper, or would this look better on a gloss paper? And they go, yeah. Or they go in and ask, should I have this printed on a fine art paper or a metallic paper? And they go, yeah, it'll look the same on both. No, it won't. There's differences. You should be telling the client what the differences are. So if you find a lab that just doesn't want to give you answers, be helpful with you, to give you that feedback, stay away from them as well. If you're currently using one, find somebody else. And the third, and this is a little bit of a problem one. I do it, but I know some places can't. And that is that if you're sending stuff into a lab that they're doing professional printing, you should expect the best service and the best quality. Now, I do something that other places don't, and that is when I'm printing, I check people's prints to make sure that they look acceptable. And I know a lot of places, especially the big places, can't do that. But if you're going to a smaller lab, if you're dealing with what's calling themselves a professional lab, you should expect some professional service. So you should expect that if they see that the head's going to be cut off in a picture that you've requested 8x10, that they should contact you and they should say, are you sure you want this 8x10? Is this the image that you wanted printed? Did you mean 8x12? To make sure that they're not delivering you garbage. When I got my printing done, I went to pick it up. It looked really good, except for there's a couple tiny mistakes. I noticed them. I'm picky. I'm anal. I'm the worst printing customer probably in the world. But I noticed them. They could have easily phoned me and said, did you know there's a little white dot here on the graphic? Did you see that? But instead of them contacting me, they just went ahead and printed it, applied it to the vehicle, and as soon as I saw it, I saw the little tiny white dot. It would have taken them a second, maybe 2 seconds, to phone me and say, hey, did you see this? Or send me an email. Do you want us to print this? Do you want us to cover it up? Oftentimes, I get people sending me files, and they may be in a rush, and they may send me the wrong file. And they say, hey, print this one. And I look at it and I go, I wonder if they saw that huge speck on the bride's dress, or that huge mark on the groom's tuxedo, or that bug on this person's face. So I'll contact them and say, did you see this? And many times I'll have, oh, no, I didn't. Let me fix it. Or, oh, shoot, I sent you the wrong image. So if you're looking for a lab that you can trust, a lab that you can sell their work without worrying about what you're getting from them, make sure that you're getting the extra service. It may cost you a little bit more, but believe me, in the end, it's really worth it. Once again, I really want to apologize. I did not know that labs, printers in general, or I guess a lot of businesses, from what people have been telling me, have gotten this way. It just is not good business. It just isn't. And I apologize for all the people that I didn't believe. So until next time, I hope you have a good lab. I hope you get out there and take some amazing pictures, and that you print some of them and put them on display and they look amazing. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.